Hello and welcome to the Random Pinoy Geek podcast. I'm your random host, Elvin, and with me are
JR
and Sushi.
We're friends and geeks who grew up in the Philippines, and in each episode we hang out and talk about things that are near and dear to all our little geeky hearts. This is a show where we share 3 random topics that we geek out to until the timer runs out. But before we start, if you would like to support the show and are a content creator ready to take the next step in your journey, check out episodify.com. They'll help produce and edit any content you're creating, whether it's audio or video, short form or long form, they'll do it all. That's episodify.com. Now, onto the episode. So, today, the topic that I have is something that I find really interesting because back in 2003, it was CD that I listened to on the ride home from Enchanted Kingdom, and it has been...
What's a CD? No, I'm kidding.
A CD is so it's Wicked, okay? It's Wicked. So the musical Wicked...
Wait, Wicked existed when?
It started in 2003.
Was it already Leah Michelle's mother from Glee who did it?
Yeah, they were the first. They were
Idina Menzel.
Idina Menzel was the first
I know
Elphaba. She
things.
originated her. So it's the 20th anniversary of Wicked back in May last year.
Okay.
Wow.
It's been 20 years. Yeah.
That's older than my eldest nephew.
Yeah. And the funny thing is everybody really loves
Let it go.
Defying gravity.
that's Frozen.
Weird.
But the right singer.
That is still Idina Menzel, yes. Which is actually a funny thing because it's also a show. It's also
also a
about
witch.
sisters. About
Mhm.
it kind of like it's kind of like that.
Mhm.
But have you guys are you guys familiar with Wicked?
I haven't watched the actual show, but I'm familiar with the songs.
I had a chance to watch it in Singapore with, I think, the original cast.
Wow.
But it was too expensive.
Oh,
Well,
just a
yeah,
chance.
Kristen
I had a
Chenoweth.
chance. I didn't.
I was already impressed.
But are you familiar with the songs there, JR?
Let it go.
No.
Still the same song.
I was.
Defying gravity.
Was past tense.
So-
I know that song. I know that song. I wouldn't have remembered it if no one sang it.
Really, it's defying gravity,
Yes.
right? Okay.
What's your favorite song from
From a musical?
Oh.
that musical from
Aw.
Wicked?
Right
Is there-
now, that's the only song I remember until you guys sing more.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only song I guess
You
that
remember.
What's
I
what's your
remember.
favorite song?
My favorite song.
I'm up to see the wizard. No.
No, that's
No, the wizard. Oh, you mean the Wizard and I? It's the one that goes one short day
I don't
in
remember.
Emerald City.
I don't know this.
It sounds like the SM song.
We're at
SSM. That's it. SM City. I know. That's why it's funny because it just sounds similar.
If we
No.
don't get an SM sponsorship after this, SM Supermom,
We got it
all for you.
I know people.
Sure.
Anyway, but my favorite actually is a song called Dancing Through Life. It's sung
Oh.
by Fiyero, who was the Scarecrow. Dancing through life, everything's painless.
Oh.
As long
To be
as
fair,
you're
this sounds super
brainless.
Broadway.
Yeah,
But it is, right?
Yeah.
Wicked is Broadway.
Yeah, but it
is.
sounds so Broadway.
Sounds.
Hurt is fleeting, blows are glancing. If you're dancing through life, it's essentially calling back to him being like just doesn't care about getting hurt because he says like he's not gonna get attachments, and it sort of calls back to the fact that he's going to be the Scarecrow.
Uh-huh.
And also, it's funny because that leads to another song, which is my second favorite song, called Until You're Mine, which is essentially a love song between the Wicked Witch and the
And?
Scarecrow. It's like,
How did they become romantically
because they were, Fiyero and Elphaba are like romantically involved. And then they kill Fiyero, and then she uses magic to bring him to life, back to life, but he only comes back as a Scarecrow.
Oh, so that's why.
Yeah.
So
Is
this
this-
is like a backstory.
Is this like canon?
It's so it's based on the book called Wicked.
Mm.
Which isn't necessarily
which is a
Wizard of Oz canon.
It was like the story before the Wizard of Oz.
But
Before
is it Wizard of Oz canon?
Canon.
No.
No, of course.
Oh,
it's
it's
not.
not.
It's not
So
written by
it's-
L. Frank Baum.
It's
No.
an early form of fan
Is it L.
fiction.
Frank Baum? I think it's L. Frank Baum. But yeah,
Yeah.
so
Fanfic.
I don't know. It's fanfic. It's
if,
technically
if you're
fanfic.
not really that into Wicked, what's your favorite Broadway song then, JR?
No. Okay.
I just
Sorry.
can't wait to be king.
And I just
Just can't wait to be king.
Sorry.
I mean,
I know.
Technically.
Technically, it is.
I mean, I mean, I'm sure.
Not even
Wait,
Shadowlands.
Wait. I'm sure 50% of the audience is gonna say something about you taking your shot. So
Yeah, I
so
know.
it's
Oh no. Is that Hamilton or
Yeah,
no?
it's
It is
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
it's
you're
everyone's
not- you're
favorite
not-
musical these
you're
days.
not-
Right now, it is because it's.
You're not-
Technically, I could have said American Idiot because it.
it is also
Yeah.
Oh.
It's also
I want to be an American idiot. Copyright strike.
Damn.
but isn't it like why not 21 Guns, which is like a song 21 guns. You didn't know that part where they go one
They do that in
21 guns. That's
They do that
they
in the-
do
in the
that
show.
in the show.
Well, technically, you can. Oh, did you know that Rogers the Musical is an actual thing now?
Yeah, I saw I saw clips of they did
Captain America Rogers. Yes.
Oh.
for the Hawkeye Hawkeye
The Hawkeye thing.
Thing.
You didn't watch Hawkeye? Oh,
I didn't.
there was a scene in Hawkeye where because it's a post
snap.
snap thing where it's a I'm a has been kind of movie, blah blah blah. But no,
Oh.
you're not. But then the kid something.
And it's
So
it's
it's
a
like
musical.
there's a music in that thing. There was a musical about the New York. What do you call
The
it?
War of New York.
The War of New
Oh.
York, where it's Rogers the musical. No, it's actually not about the War of New York.
Well,
but
that was
there
the
were
climax.
scenes.
That was the climax of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing.
but yeah. So Rogers the musical. Which
I
is
can
about
do this
Captain America.
all day.
Yeah.
Come to us to save the day.
And they're gonna make it an actual thing.
They've already made it.
They did.
Yeah, already.
There is already a show.
There's already a show.
Oh, wow.
There's clips on YouTube, and they play it very straight, which is funny because it climaxes to the War of New York,
Mhm.
and the War of New York is like filled with inaccuracies. Like there's Ant-Man is
Ah.
there,
Mm.
and
To be fair, he was
I
there.
think. Yeah, in the
Can't argue.
original Spider-Man.
All
It's just
right.
funny. But I'm just surprised. You said that you like Lion King, but why not even Shadowlands, which is like one of the few unique songs for the musical?
I don't know. I can't wait to be king.
Yeah, I guess. I
And
guess.
I just
Can't wait.
to
I like
be
that part. I like that part specifically. No, I like the wait. That part.
Yeah, that's true.
And
And
there's a
You
ton
were
of
singing
like
something.
there's a ton of like Hugh Jackman stuff and
Mm.
I don't know, or I hope you don't mind, or or
from the Moulin
Moulin
Rouge.
Rouge.
yeah, or like the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, that
Oh, the
is
Phantom
my
Opera.
answer.
Oh, that's yours?
Yeah, but I
Say
wanted
you'll share. What was?
Say you'll share with me one life, one lifetime. Yes.
Got some vibrato right
is
there.
Is it a Broadway show?
It is a very much.
Ah,
It
alright.
is
is
the
the
Broadway
Broadway
show.
That- oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's good to
It is
know.
the Andrew Lloyd Webber
And
show.
hopefully they bring that back here in the Philippines. I mean, they already showed it before, right? And
It's
it was
great.
the last. You watched it, Elvin?
I've watched the Phantom. Yeah.
Here
Phantom.
in the Philippines when they
No.
brought it here.
I watched
Oh.
Emmy Rossum, so which was good enough.
Okay.
But from the Phantom, your favorite is the first one.
of course, the Phantom of the actual
The Phantom of
The song Phantom Opera.
Yes, that actual song.
Not
I'm
all
not
I
a
ask for you.
fan.
Sorry, what?
Not all I ask of you.
I'm not the
or
romantic.
Music of the Light. Music of the
Nah.
Night. Oh, I love Music of the Night.
I prefer Starlight Express to Phantom of the Opera.
Starlight Express is also very good. Which one?
Starlight
Oh,
Express.
You like your favorite is Starlight Express from Starlight Express.
It's not my favorite. I'm saying I even prefer that to the Phantom of the Opera song.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
That's how much I don't really like that song. I mean, it's funny, but
What is your lesser known musical favorite? Like something that this one thing from a musical that you somehow like.
probably the Green Day stuff because I know the Green Day stuff, and it's because it's not like yes, it's Broadway, but is it? You know what I mean?
I
But if
think
we want to be strict with Broadway, probably something from Rent.
which one?
I don't know.
La Vie Boheme?
I haven't thought of it. Is there a Spice Girls musical? I'm
Spice
pretty
World?
sure. Yeah, is it?
There is?
Isn't Spice World the Spice Girls musical?
I-
I'm not
if,
sure.
if there was a Spice Girl musical, it would be Spice World, but I don't know if that exists.
Yeah, maybe it was just a concert. Well,
Yeah.
Possibly.
I never liked Cats.
it's okay. The Night Like Cats. Cats is kind of like my awakening to certain body parts. No,
Whoa.
okay, because there's a ballet solo in Cats where Victoria, which is one of the kittens,
Mhm.
the white kitten actually, does a very
Sensual.
well, it's a ballet. It's ballet. She's
Uh-huh.
doing the entire thing, but these were actors in leotards and stuff. So as a
Uh-huh.
little child, I was like watching this, and then all of a sudden, I felt something in my heart. It's like,
Oh.
oh,
It
such a
awakened something in you.
yes. It's like, oh, that's a beautiful creature. Like, no, I'm not saying that that's when I became
That's when you became a pervert.
a furry. No, no. I was like, no, this is love for theater. It's like, but the thing is, when it comes to musicals, like, Andrew Lloyd Webber is such a big name,
Yeah.
but there's also others like Steven Schwartz, which did Wicked. And when I like wanted to talk about how it was, there are a lot of like well-known songs that you like. Starlight Express is actually a very good one.
But the actual show is
It's roller skating
it was
aliens.
good.
It's roller skating. Sorry.
20, 30 years ago, it was good. No,
No, no.
roller skating trains.
Trains, yes. Roller coasting personification of trains. It's kind of sounds like an anime, right? It's like
No,
your
it's
trains.
Thomas the Tank Engine before Thomas the Tank Engine.
But remember, they're anthropomorphized, so they're like living people.
faces. But you know what Broadway show I would pay to watch?
Yeah.
What's his name? What's her name? Supergirl?
Cara Zor-El.
No, the actress who played Supergirl.
Which one?
The
There's so
Glee
many.
girl.
Oh, what about her?
She plays Carol King in a Carol King musical.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
And she does like
The
nails
voice?
it. Everything.
I'd
Except
pay
she plays fake piano.
Mhm. Nice.
But
Yeah,
everything else
I heard of the Carol King musical. I
it's
haven't,
super good.
because I saw the Kennedy Honors performance of her sort of life, and that was really nice. Because if you have the chance to
Mhm.
watch the Carol King Kennedy Honors
Mhm.
concert, it's really really nice. And
If you play it in a small screen and you squint really hard on the play, you'd
Mhm.
actually think it's Carol
Carol
King.
King. Wow.
because
it's
they have
that
this
good.
blonde and then
Mhm.
thin.
They because blonde and then they did the hair and she does the this the this
The shaking of the head.
because Carol King is
Yeah.
and walks weird.
Oh, all right.
She does
Carol
everything.
King movement.
Does the everything, yeah, everything, and the
Nice.
and nails the voice and everything.
And I'd love to pay for that as well. Isn't it captured in film? It's just really.
It's in YouTube
Oh, okay.
illegally, I assume.
Possibly.
What about
Clips.
the more recent ones?
That
Recent
was fairly
musicals?
recent.
Oh, the new ones like Tick Tick Boom.
Well, it's in
Is
Netflix,
this
right?
Tick Tick Boom? As in POD?
No,
There's a POD song.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Tick Tick Boom.
But if you're, but yeah, so it's been 20 years of Wicked, and throughout that time, we've been
This is final thoughts.
exposed. Yeah, we've been exposed to all of these different ideas, but
I think what made Wicked really big was Glee, actually.
became.
I mean, it's big
afterwards.
in with Broadway people, but
Globally?
becoming
Globally.
mainstream,
Mhm.
and Leah Michelle's mom being Idina Menzel, and like,
Mhm.
oh, this guy's this actual Broadway person. Oh, it plays. Yeah, that made it really big.
Well, I think it was already big
It
before.
was already big, but this made it a household name.
Possibly. Yeah, it's still it's such a good show. It still brings so much emotion, and I'd love to like listen to some of the songs with you guys in the future. But yeah, so
We
that's
can't do
my
that
topic.
here though because we're gonna be copyright.
Yeah, that's for off the camera things.
Yeah.
But yeah, or off the mic. Anyway, so JR, what's your topic?
I'm staring at this Robin Sparkles Funko Pop I just acquired recently. So my topic is gonna be Friends versus How I Met Your Mother.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god!
Goodness, I thought you were just gonna talk about How I Met Your Mother.
Just
and then we
Robin Sparkles.
just Robin Sparkles. Like I had nothing.
Oh, you did? Wait, what?
No, I'm just saying that I would lean towards
You don't want to go with them into the mall with them?
not today.
Not today.
But the thing is, like, it's nice to watch How I Met Your Mother, but for some reason, when it comes to shows, Friends seem less memey and more like
How is Pivot? Let's me.
kinda.
Pivot! No?
No, doesn't. Not familiar.
So, here's the
Yeah.
thing with Friends and with the Friends versus How I Met Your Mother debate. People seem to think that people who grew up with Friends would choose Friends, and people who grew up with How I Met Your Mother and are retro watching Friends in Netflix would choose How I Met Your Mother. But I actually grew up with Friends, but I think How I Met Your Mother is better.
Huh. Well, for a person who hasn't watched either of their shows,
Why are you here?
I really wanted to ask, what is Friends about? Is it just a bunch of people hanging out in a cafe?
In a coffee shop?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes.
It's kind of like an unreasonable view of life in New York.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
It's just a
They're
bunch
both.
of
They
people.
both are.
Yeah, except in one group, it's like clearly fantasy, and the other one is Friends.
Huh?
Wait, what? Isn't
Huh?
Friends the one that's
Is
more
it
fantasy?
fantasy? Yeah.
No, but Friends is one is okay. Let me rephrase that. How I Met Your Mother is fantasy, so it makes sense that they do weird things. But Friends pretends to be real, but it's
But it's
actually
clearly fake.
Clearly fake.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
it pretends to be real, but it's not.
the biggest thing with Friends that people just can't agree with is their apartment sizes.
Oh, it's huge.
Because
Um,
like in New York, apparently with the money that they're making, they should be living in apartments that could only fit your bed.
Yeah,
Or, something like
unless
During
it's
those years?
During those
during
times.
even yeah, because New York apartments is very expensive.
Expensive. Mhm.
The type of like I have my family members like live in New York, and I spent some time there growing up, and so there are certain types of apartments that are rent controlled, so they can't really increase the price, and so those are the people that stay there. So I thought that for the longest time that maybe one of their apartments is kind of like that, where they inherited it from like a family member who lived
still.
there before. But yeah, there's so many things that don't kind of make sense.
Yeah, financially, Friends doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing, except for Chandler. Chandler is the only person that makes sense because he makes so much money as a.
Regional something. I know regional. I'm
I'm trying to remember the thing that Rachel said that he's a transponder. Was it
I don't know.
for the
But
quiz?
even with what he makes, it's still not enough to get the size of apartment that they have.
Exactly.
Is the thing.
Yeah.
I've seen clips of Friends. Isn't this where Monica is from? And
They switch rooms a couple of times.
and
Yeah, that's where
and they're
Monica's friends.
mostly in Monica's apartment.
They switch apartments a couple of
apartments.
times.
There was the great contest
So
where they bet the apartment. Yeah.
I've seen the cafe, I've seen Monica's apartment, which is, yeah, I could agree, it's big. Just the dining, kitchen, and
Yeah, and then it has 3 more rooms
living.
and 2
And
bathrooms.
yeah,
Yeah, it
and
doesn't make sense. And a balcony.
And a balcony.
was it owned by Monica?
They're renting it, but they're not supposed
Or
to be
they're-
able to
they're-
afford it with so
She's sharing with 3 other.
So if you look at that in pesos,
Mhm.
like in today's money, that's probably like what? 300,000-500,000 pesos a month equivalent
For that
right now.
flat.
Yeah, some probably. And this is like ballparking it, but
Mm.
that's how unreasonable it is.
Yeah.
So
Remem-
imagine if you or me were renting 500,000 peso a month.
Mm,
And remember, Rachel was a she was
a starving.
she was a waitress at the
okay.
beginning because she
She
left
was
her.
rich, to be fair. But
To be fair, yes, but she wasn't necessarily getting money. She was
Yeah.
like she ran away from her. She was a runaway bride,
Oh,
and then Monica was a cook.
not even a
Was.
chef.
Not even a chef. She's like a line cook
When they started.
when they
Okay.
started.
She
So,
became
like,
a chef, but
she became a chef
Alright.
eventually, but like during the time, and the two possibly richest people, which is Joey and Chandler. Joey being an actor, and then
Uh-huh.
Chandler being a whatever he does. They actually
Regional.
they actually live across the hallway in
Oh.
a uglier apartment that like sort of makes a little bit more sense, except for the fact that it has 2 rooms.
yeah,
and a
still too
large-
big.
It's still too big, but it looks
Because
worse.
also it's like Joey is an actor, but he is very
he?
vocal about not having money.
yeah. He's not that popular. I
He
guess.
did-
is,
he became eventually.
but like was very irresponsible about the money.
Oh, the money.
Yeah.
I mean, during the show when they introduced the people, the cast, Joey was. I guess maybe there were scenes that Joey. It was indicated that people know Joey. He's an actor. Like, do people approach him to have him sign stuff?
Actually,
He's just irresponsible.
I don't think that ever happens. Is the thing, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
So,
But it's supposed to be because he's in soap operas, so people should recognize him. But
Okay.
they didn't make it a point that someone would walk up to him and recognize him.
but it was apparent that he's irresponsible with his.
yeah,
earnings.
because he's always broke and owes everyone money.
What calls everyone?
All owes everyone money.
Owes
Yeah.
everyone. All right. Gosh.
Now I was trying to find the job of Chandler.
Regional. Something, I don't know.
Statistical something or other.
Yeah.
And then you have Ross. Ross being this archaeologist, and they just make fun of
Paleontologist.
Sorry, paleontologist.
Oh.
My mistake. And then
So he has grants, research grants.
No, he's
He's a
the-
salaried paleontologist.
I don't think that's
he's
tenure.
a
Does he have tenure?
Oh,
museum.
curator.
Is he a
Kind
professor?
of.
Okay.
Also a professor. I don't know.
He does have a stable income.
Yeah, he actually gets his own house, apartment at one point. He's still too big
Yeah.
for.
That's kind of like the thing when it comes to Friends. Friends is kind of like an unrealistic view of a real situation, whereas How I Met Your Mother is just the fantastical stories of the father to his kids. And so it's
Right.
kind of very fantastic. It's kind of like one is pretending to be real, the other one is clearly a big fish story.
So Friends is just about the daily lives, I guess, of the
Oh,
friends.
so
Friends.
so is How I Met Your Mother, except that it has
there was
the,
an end goal.
yeah. There's the what do you call that? The tying plot to everything, which is how
He
meets
yeah.
The mother.
the what's her name? Tracy.
Yeah.
Spoilers for
Spoiler.
someone who hasn't watched it. Oh my god,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
mind.
That's funny. That I think she's the girl, Tracy.
But technically, the mother.
The mother.
is-
The mother.
Eh.
Yeah. But the mother, yeah. But her is like she's weird looking but attractive.
What's her name?
Yeah. I can't remember. Italian of some sort.
She.
Christina Manzoni. There-
Meliotti.
Milioti, yeah.
Something
They're
like that. She's in Black Mirror. I have a Funko Pop.
yeah, she's also in Wolf of Wall Street. She's the first wife
Oh.
of
She actually kind of looks like Emmy Rossum as well.
Kinda.
Emmy Rossum.
Yeah.
Phantom Girl
yeah.
movie.
Mm.
Yeah.
But the thing with How I
Which
Met Your
plays
Mother,
Kick-Ass Ukulele.
yeah, true, the songs.
It's like a whole generation learned
Levi and Rose.
Levi and Rose because of that episode.
Yeah.
So if you know someone who plays Levi and Rose and ukulele,
what
watch how
what
much.
I learned from How I Met Your Mother was some cookies.
I actually didn't try it.
Yeah,
You tried making it?
no, I've tasted like the purported recipe, which is
Mm,
like I guess it's just peanut butter chocolate chip cookies,
I guess.
which is
which is
fine.
good.
Which is good. Yeah.
Which is gout.
They shared the recipe in the series.
Well,
Kind of.
she explained how it
Alright.
is, but yeah, all of the elements, the slapping, the bro code, the different things,
The broco.
yeah, the
Yeah.
doppelgangers, sort of gives How I Met Your Mother a sort of fantastical thing
Mhm.
to it, whereas Friends is kind of like more of like a normal sitcom.
I
The thing is, like, the comedy for me
Mhm.
of How I Met Your Mother is significantly better. But
Better.
it's also something. It's also like when you watch Pauly Shore when you were young, he was super funny. In Jury Duty, Jury Duty, and
boot
whatever,
camp, or
right?
it's like-
But like if we watch it now, oh my god, Encino Man, kind of okay. But
You mean California, Matt?
why is it Encino Man in some places?
Because nobody outside of the United States knows where Encino, California is.
oh,
So that's why it's called California Man
everywhere
outside.
else.
Yeah.
Why do I know it as Encino Man?
Because, we were exposed to a lot of US stuff as well.
I don't.
So
Anyway,
later on.
the copied VHS that I
Yeah.
rented said Encino Man.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
whenever we see like, whoa, why are the cavemen shaved?
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. Anyway, the comedy back then, even Jim Carrey is kind of no. The Mask is great, but like Liar Liar,
it won't hold up to
it
today's.
still does, but it's not as epic as you remember it. Whereas if you rewatch, a decade later ish stuff like School of Rock, for example, to me
Mhm.
is still kind of
Still
still
holds
holds up, right? So I think it's the same thing where the comedy back then, the homophobia back then was
Uh-huh.
really where they just let's not talk
Yeah.
about that. But yeah, Friends is, but like it's a big debate. People tend to just accept it because during that time it was anyway. But yeah, it there's cringy stuff, I guess, by today's standards. But when you do when you see Brad Pitt in Friends,
Yep.
George Clooney,
George
Paul
Clooney-
Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
They were guess
Paul Rudd
Paul Rudd was a
was a-
mainstream,
yeah.
kind of mainstream.
Yeah. main cast member.
Uh-huh.
Kinda.
He was the love interest of Phoebe. Mark.
He looked the same.
He looked literally the
He's a
same.
vampire.
He is the same.
Yeah. So I mean,
Brad Pitt was the fat friend
Was
of,
the
was the
fat-
fat friend of
Monica.
Monica.
Brad Pitt was really fat.
No,
no,
he was
Ah.
when Monica was also fat.
Monica was also fat when they were young.
So they were fat friends when they were young.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
then-
he hated
Rachel.
Ra-
He hated Rachel,
Rachel
and
because
made up
he
the
was
rumor.
she was hot when they were young.
Yeah. And he made up the rumor that she was a hermaphrodite.
And this was funny because back then they were married or dating.
No.
Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, during that time that's all.
That's why, and it was because when you watch this back then, and they're a couple, and Brad Pitt's gonna guess, and you see Brad Pitt, and it was like
Roasting, yeah.
Rachel,
I
I
didn't
hate
like
her,
Yeah.
and it's the face.
It's hilarious. And then like the parts where he's like, yeah, this is great, and then Phoebe just finds an excuse of how to hug him all the time.
So that's on purpose, maybe,
Yeah.
because
It's Brad Pitt, you know.
So yeah, so Friends wins when it comes to guests because their guests are just Brad Pitt and Paul Rudd, etc.
Oh, they had a guest spot with Robin Williams and Billy Crystal at
Wow.
the start of the show,
don't
where they
remember
played
that.
nameless characters that was just arguing next to them, and then they were like trying to talk, but these
I mean, How I Met had
That's
Conan
cool.
O'Brien.
yeah, that's true. But the thing is, the two of them, Robin Williams and Billy Crystal, were actually filming a movie called Father's Day, I think.
Father's Day.
Father's Day, if you remember that movie. And they were on the set, and it's like, hey, we can guest star. So they were there just for the thing before the credits, before the opening song. it's that thing, and then they're just talking, and then they were doing just improving the entire way, and it was an amazing scene because the friend cast were completely, they couldn't really.
Starstruck. They couldn't digest that those two were
No, because
there.
they were there. They were making. They were just doing this thing,
Uh-huh.
and they couldn't help but they're talking about something, and then they just started talking again. It's
Sounds really
hilarious.
cool.
Yeah. So in summation, I think How I Met Your Mother is greater than Friends for
Mhm.
reasons that we didn't get to discuss because it's a lot.
Oh.
But when it comes to guest stars
William Zabka though is in How I Met Your Mother.
and not Moby. Anyway, yeah, but no, but still, you're right. Everyone else, right? Rob Macho is also
Yeah, in the same episode.
yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, sushi.
It sounds like from our discussion, I'd watch How I Met Your Mother more than Friends.
If you didn't grow up with Friends, it's okay because it's on Netflix, and if you don't have anything else to do, yeah. But if you haven't watched either, I would start with How I Met Your Mother.
Uh-huh. It
Because you
sounds-
just need to know what Robin Sparkles is all
Sparks.
about.
Besides the fact that Robin Sparkles is known across Canada, you also want to make sure that you're known across the world. So kind of shout out to our friends at episodify.com for helping us with this podcast. If you need someone to help edit videos, your podcast shorts, or whatever other projects you have, Episodify can help you with that. They offer different packages and provide discounts when you buy more hours. So if you're just starting out and would benefit from more professional assistance, or you want to make your job a little bit easier, give them a call. Thanks, episodify.com. Now back to the show.
Back to sushi.
Go on,
On to
Sushi.
sushi.
What's your topic that you're going to share with
Oh,
us?
all right. Well, since JR kept talking about Robin Sparkles because he's seeing his collector's item Funko Pop here of Robin Sparkles. For the collectors out there, when you buy an item, would you display or would you use the item? Like for shoes, for example. Would you display or use?
Because the thing with Funko Pops is displaying them is using them. That's the beauty
don't-
of it.
Oh, well, you won't.
But then you can't make Robin Sparkles and Elton John kiss.
Then you buy two of each.
Then you make
One
them
to
kiss.
open and one to display.
But they're still both display. Technically, they're
Because
still
like
display.
Funko Pops that appreciate opened still appreciate,
Really?
but not as much.
Ah.
So if you could actually buy two and open one, but so you can make Elton John and Robin Sparkles kiss because only one of them is Canadian, so I don't get why that was what Elvin chose. Anyway,
Also, Elton John isn't, not necessarily into Robin Sparkles, except for the Sparkles, I guess. But I think,
I mean, yeah,
I think that for
Hey.
collectors, you'd really want to keep things in the
The box.
package, in the
Mint
box, in the
condition.
mint condition. Because,
Oh.
like, if you're collectors, it's kind of like art, right? So when you have,
well, if you want to use it, collect cars.
do they use cars that they collect?
Yeah.
Most of the time. Oh,
Jay Leno does.
that's true. Jay Leno, but Jay Leno is
Wow.
rich.
Does he have his
Yes.
own racetrack?
He has its own fire truck.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a bigger place than owning your.
Maybe.
Because I know more people who own.
Stuff.
Car collections.
I've heard of more people who own racetracks than people who own fire trucks for fun.
I guess because one is like one is like land
And
The
that
other one-
makes sense.
and makes sense.
And one is a flex.
Yeah, one is just you're not one is a government government vehicle that you sort of took.
Oh yeah, the fire truck.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
No,
buy it.
You have private fire trucks here in the
You do.
Philippines.
You do.
Yes,
The
right.
Chinese do.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, I
The
guess.
Chinese
Yeah.
fireman
Council,
brigade.
fire-
I don't
yeah,
know what they're called.
The Ube people.
The volunteer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So for shoes, for like that's my example. We have collector's shoes. So would you display or would you wear them? Like, would you?
I think the
use-
people that would be able to wear them are the ones that don't want to Sorry, the ones that collect them don't really want to wear them. It's more of like for display,
They don't at all, is the thing.
I guess.
Apparently. Because,
They don't
no, some
display?
do. It's not like a Gucci jacket where you can use it and it's fine.
Or a Supreme jacket.
Or a Supreme jacket if you're younger. But shoes is like you can buy Air Jordans for $180 and after a couple of years it's $600 if you're lucky, if you don't use them. If you use them, it's just 300. If it's beat up, it's zero. So like then you risk you paid $180, but you risk ruining $600 shoes.
But I think it also
Yeah.
depends if you look at it like through the lens of history. Like the most expensive collector items are just things that are very rare, regardless of their like the quality. Like the most expensive baseball card is the Wagner card, which is like really busted already, but
It's
it's
worth something.
like millions, right?
Yeah, but you're not necessarily after the most expensive. You're just after something to collect.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
if it's
but
the most expensive of anything, then you're probably not gonna have it anyway.
Mhm.
So
But that sort of like goes to how you'd want to collect something. If the collection is to be worn or used, but if it's something to be displayed, I guess it's good to keep it in the box.
Like people collect Legos. Do they play with these Legos?
Legos actually almost lose all of their value
If
if you open
they're-
the box.
Oh.
Oh,
So some Lego, except for the old ones, like I have late 80s, early 90s Legos that are worth quite a bit right now.
Mhm.
What they're like in pieces, but are still worth quite a bit. But if you're talking about like a Millennium Falcon from Force Awakens, once you open that, that's no value. Almost.
It has to stay in the box.
And when I say no value, I mean like there is value, but it doesn't appreciate as like not even as close as if you kept it in the box. So yeah, some people buy the Legos and display the box, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, that's why I have this question. You're buying things, but you don't really get to enjoy them.
Because it's like books. Reading books as a hobby is different from collecting books as
Mhm.
a hobby. Some people buy books to read. Some people buy books to
Display
put
them
them
in
on
in
the-
their shelves to
Yeah.
build a library.
at the same time, I think like cards as well. So there are cards that you use because they're usable. There are cards that are pretty that you keep, and there are
But
cards.
to be fair, cards don't really lose value if you use them.
I guess
That is the advantage of
Trading
Magic the
cards,
Gathering and
yeah.
other stuff because like you put them in sleeves. Well, Magic the Gathering specifically because Pokemon people just
grade them.
there's one white speck that's 0.1 mm on the side, so that's not mint. Well, Magic is like all beat up. Oh, that's near mint. Yeah, sure.
But magic cards are usable. I mean,
Yeah, no, but people don't care about condition for
As much.
Magic
For
unless
Magic
it's not like
cards.
really just absolutely
To be
bad.
fair, the Japanese market is very high on condition.
For
Regardless-
Magic?
For Magic, yeah.
No,
It's
the
crazy.
the super rare
No,
anime foils.
even the old ones.
The old ones, yeah. But
Yeah.
like we're talking about the $50 standard card. Like we're like the one ring regular one. Like no one's gonna care if you played with yours.
And that's the thing. Like if it's designed to be used in a certain way, then it makes sense for you to take it out of the box. But for like a Funko, it's designed to be displayed. Like the reason why you have like the great art, the reason why you have the wide viewing window that has front and side views, make sure that it's really something that you can show and view.
To be
right?
fair, there are Funkos, for example, this Tiamat Funko. This
that's
is
for
rare.
Dungeons and Dragons. Is that
Yeah,
Yes.
this is Tiamat,
Uh-huh.
which just looks a lot better out of the box.
Yeah.
But also this one, when you open the box, you don't damage the box in any way, so it's fine. Because the regular ones, if you open it, the top creases.
Uh-huh.
But this one does it because of its weird box.
Oh, it
Do
has
you
a
still have the
different-
box
uh-huh.
for that?
Yeah, that's the box. I
Oh,
have the
okay.
box.
But
Does it have a protector?
No,
Boss
because it's a weird shaped box that
But-
only exists for 5-headed dragons.
yeah, but if you
Oh.
look at it, it has the same thing that I was talking
Wide
about.
window. Mhm.
Exactly. So it's really there because you look two
yeah,
sides.
but it doesn't look as
showcase.
nice.
I get. I'm just trying to say. So both sides showcase like the art of the product. And then the other ones showcase the actual product itself in big wide windows. So it's really built for display. So like
Also,
even
it
if you
comes
take
with a D20, and I wanted to use the D20.
that too. So in that case, it's because the collectible is designed to be displayed like a painting. A painting,
Mhm.
you're not supposed to like a painting's not built to be used as a placemat or something.
Mhm.
It's built to hang on a wall, right? So I guess the answer to that question would be if it's going to be
Placemat paintings.
well, if it's a placemat, then yeah. But if it's not, then it's not designed for that. Did you? I saw. I kind of remember something with shoes. Like,
Coconut or watermelon?
huh?
Because
Shoes.
the way you
Shoes.
tell you get the way you tell fake Air Jordans is you flip it around and then you tap it. If it sounds like a watermelon, it's real. If it sounds like a coconut, of course we're
Really?
talking about coconuts that
like
The husk.
The husks.
yeah husk coconut.
No, I was thinking about. I saw people grading shoes, and one of the things that they do is they smell it. I'm
Yeah,
not
if it has a smell, it's gone. If it has a smell, it's really used, regardless of like if you could have smelly feet and used it once, and then it's gone.
because there's a specific smell of
Yeah.
Like
shoes.
So even if you
Like
used it
under-
every day for a year and maybe you for somehow float when you walk and your feet don't smell, then it could be counted as unused. But yeah, it has to have no smell.
Mm.
So that's how you grade collector shoes.
There's
you
there's
even
there's
smell it.
That is the thing that's preventing one of the other things that would prevent me from collecting shoes is the first
Mm.
thing you do when you open it is smell it to check. Like if you're buying secondhand market,
Oh,
which
oh.
I am not sure I actually want to do.
do, of course. Would you? I don't want to risk smelling other people's feet.
I think
Right.
that's like a
I mean,
part of the job. Or
Yeah.
for some people, it would be a benefit.
and then if you use feet, you tap.
But yeah, I think that's a good way of like thinking about collectibles because if they were built to be shown, then
Especially if it's something that you could show without destroying the
box.
box, then yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Funko Pop, it does. You really have to display the box because there is art.
It's
On the
also you
box.
can stack them. It's the bigger thing.
Is it easier to stack?
Like, you can stack them 10 high and it doesn't matter. And there's no way you could do that if they. I mean, there are ways, but it's just easier to display it with the box. And yeah, like Elvin said, the box is nice.
It is.
They some of them actually even have printings on the inside.
yeah.
Yeah. And
I
for some, there are actually some that don't have a difference except for the sticker that's on the box, and the sticker makes it rare, and you want to display the sticker.
that means you really got something that's worth collecting, I guess.
Sometimes it's a $5-10 difference.
Really?
Yeah, there's a Jollibee that's worth like a regular Jollibee is maybe 1,000-2,000. I don't know anymore, but no, actually it's like 8,000 now.
What? Regular Jollibee?
The Jollibee with a sticker, I think.
Oh, all right.
But the without, it's like less. I don't know.
What sticker is that?
It's something like Toy-Con
Oh, okay.
where they released it.
Mhm.
And then they release it again in Jollibee's.
Stores.
And it doesn't have the sticker.
Jollibee stores.
It's
Oh.
the exact same thing, except the Toy-Con has the sticker. So you're paying an extra thousands for the sticker.
And
Yeah.
why is that? I
It's
don't-
rare.
Yeah, rarity. The market dictates what the market wants.
Okay.
Kind of like what had happened with Beanie Babies before. If it had a specific sticker, the Beanie
Tag?
Babies, had a tag
The one that's designed by the girl.
or similar ones, and those are the ones that sell for like hundreds of dollars.
So for Beanie Babies, they don't come in a box, right?
They
it's
don't.
just it's
They
a
don't.
plush, right?
But if it's
Small.
dirty, then the value's down.
Yeah, and
I
if the tag is
see.
away or it's damaged, then
Yeah,
it's also,
the tag is you need to keep the tag mint is the
Mint.
problem.
So that's what keeps
But no, but if you were gonna say that's what keeps the Beanie
Beanie
Babies
Babies.
value, no, because nothing keeps their value anymore.
Not anymore.
yeah.
Do we still have Beanie
We
Babies?
do, we do actually. I saw them yesterday.
Selling in Toy Kingdom.
Yeah, But yeah, there's totally no value in Beanie Babies now.
Okay. I mean, when I was in elementary, we used to collect Lisa Frank stickers.
I actually know that name,
And
but I
we
don't remember
we
what that
did
is.
buy and
It's the
sell.
one that is like rainbows and
Mhm.
unicorns.
It was
It's on
all the
the-
craze.
It had ads in Archie comics.
We did buy and sell for
Oh,
I was
did you watch the movie about Beanie Babies?
No, not
So
yet.
Beanie Babies was actually, at least according to the Netflix movie, was actually like a super stock marketing where people were paying thousands and
What?
thousands for Beanie Babies at one point, and then the market crashed
Why were they
because they were limited edition.
Why was it so popular?
Because
Kids?
they were limited edition.
And who
People
manufactured
no, because they kind of made it a Ponzi scheme, not Ponzi,
Mm,
but kinda.
they hyped
Where
it up.
like you need to buy them and then sell them. They kind of made it stocks until eventually people realized that there's no value in these
It's
things.
something like NFTs.
Yes.
Like they convinced people that hey, you gotta collect this because
Yes.
the price is gonna go up. Something
Yeah.
Beanie Babies is NFTs
the
before
original
NFTs were a thing.
were a thing.
If you want to talk about the original ones were tulips back in the day,
Tulips?
right?
The flowers?
Tulips, yeah, the flowers. And in the Netherlands, there was a craze
But
for
they die.
fluids.
But they die.
They do die. But the thing is, they were genetic. So tulips normally have a solid color.
Mm-hmm.
A genetic mutation causes tulips to have
Like an ombre,
a different,
a gradient.
yes, a gradient, literally. So it would have, instead of just a single solid color, it would have like streaks of white or purple or what have you. But it's all genetic and you don't know what you're going to get. So they started investing in tulip futures. So the tulip that you have came from a family that usually had this type of mutation, but you're not sure if the mutation is beautiful or if it's ugly. So you're,
But these ones you can actually sell, and people like it.
there is a
doesn't-
speculation. There's, yeah.
and
But
that's
you don't
an example.
collect. You don't collect.
Yeah,
them.
it's not a stock thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
All right. Well, my takeaway from this conversation is that
Yes, you need to get to
Beanie-
Netflix and watch the what is it called?
Beanie Baby movie?
Bubble. It's about the bubble.
Beanie Babies are the original NFT.
Anyway, it also tells you why the tag.
Oh, the Beanie Bubble.
It tells you why the tag. No, it doesn't tell you. That it's because it's Thai. Not. I always thought it was thank you. That's why it says TY. But Thai is the name of the designer.
All right.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for that, Sushi, and that's our show. Thanks for listening to the Random Pinoy Geek podcast. This has been Elvin and JR and Sushi. And remember, it's okay to geek out as long as you know when to stop.